Hello and welcome to Microsoft Dynamics CRM versus Salesforce, a mobile experience face-off. My name is Chad Collette and I lead the marketing team here at Ledgy Partners, and I'm really excited to be part of this session today. When it comes to CRM, that is Ledgy's main focus, and we represent two of the leading solutions in the world today, Microsoft Dynamics CRM and Salesforce, the two industry giants we are pitting against each other in the ring today. Before I introduce our presenter, I have just a couple of housekeeping items to cover quickly. First, today's webinar is being recorded and will be available on demand after the live session. All attendees will receive an email this afternoon with an access link. Now, to ensure the best audio quality, we have everyone in listen-only mode. But if you have a question, please submit those in the question pane in your GoToWebinar control panel. We'll be monitoring and answering those on a one-to-one basis during the presentation. Now time to introduce our presenter, Jolinda Prekow. Jolinda is a sales manager at Ledgy Partners, and in my opinion, the ideal person to really showcase how a salesperson would truly utilize the phone apps for both Microsoft Dynamics CRM and Salesforce in this day-in-the-life scenario. And which app will come out on top? Well, that's for you to decide. Jolinda, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Chad. Increasingly, the mobile solutions for CRM products are offering a field seller with a practical and easy-to-use experience. Today, I'll be showcasing the mobile phone solutions from two of the leading CRM systems, Salesforce.com and Microsoft Dynamics CRM. Each of these products have many common features and some uniqueness, as well as you can see from this short feature list. To better showcase these products, I'll be doing a day-in-the-life scenario that includes me being out in the field for the day for appointments and also having some free time in between to handle follow-up activities, pipeline management, and email. Each scenario would be slightly different in an effort to showcase the differences between these two solutions. While in the office, I access my CRM data from my laptop, but in the field, I prefer my mobile phone for instant and up-to-date information. We'll start each scenario with an introduction to the navigation features, then move into a review of an account prior to my appointment regarding a proposal review. In between appointments, I'll be visiting a local coffee shop to access my open activities, make calls, record call notes, and send emails. During the meeting, I have access to the customer information for updating. Post-appointment, I need to make an update to the proposal and resend the information via email, update my opportunity, and move it to the next sales stage. I also want to record my notes from the meeting and create any follow-up activities. With a flip of a coin, it was decided that I'll start with Dynamics CRM. So give me a moment as I transition over to my phone so I can screen share. And in just a moment, we should be taking a look at Dynamics CRM, accessing this directly from, in this case, an iPhone. When I first open CRM, I'm taken to my home page. Within Dynamics CRM, the home page is customizable for each person using the pin feature available. This allows you to pin and unpin the most important information for quick access. From the home page, I can also navigate to other areas of the system using the menu option in the top right corner. From here, I can get to different areas of the system, such as a list of activities. Then from within this list, I can use the command bar or the ellipses at the bottom to do a variety of other things, like change my view, unpin or pin this particular view to my home page, and also add any new activities. The plus sign from this list also allows me to create new records. in this case, new activities, where I can select the specific activity type. These activities, once created, are also synced to Outlook as well. Also from the top of the screen, I have access to the global search feature. This allows the ability to search for information across all records based on the searchable fields set up in each record type. I'm going to do a search for any records where we can find the word LedgeView. I see that I have a couple of accounts and a couple of contacts that have been found as a part of that search. Returning back to home, I can access other features using the command bar or ellipses at the bottom right corner. One of the options available is the ability to add new records. Here I could select Add a New Lead. Returning back to the home page will show me the items I've pinned for quick access. So I have a couple of dashboards that have been pinned here, a particular opportunity, a particular account, and a list of scheduled activities. I'm going to start by reviewing my scheduled activities. I know I have an appointment later with Doug to review a proposal, and I want to confirm that meeting. From the appointment, I can get to Doug's contact information directly. Once I'm in Doug's contact record, I have access to his phone number. Executing that call, I can place the call and then come back to the Create Phone Call Activity record that opened to enter any call notes and record that as a saved activity. Just in case I want quick access to Doug's record later on today, I'm going to pin his record to my home page. I also want to do a little prep work before my meeting and review the notes I've taken for this account. From Doug's contact record, I can access the LedgeView account directly. Once I'm in the account record, I have access to all of the summary information, open activities, notes, and also OneNote, which is integrated using Microsoft Office 365 and SharePoint. From within OneNote, I can see all of the information that has already been captured, and in this case, my initial call notes that I had had. Continuing through the account, I can see my contacts, opportunities, and any recent cases. I want to make sure that I have some availability or some knowledge of this particular case before going into my meeting with Doug, so I don't have any surprises. Now that I've confirmed my meeting, I want to return home to see what else I can focus on for the next couple of hours. Now, I also have pinned an opportunity on my home page because it needs special attention. Going into the opportunity called Interested in Moving Suppliers, I can see what sales stage this opportunity is in. And in this case, it's in the develop stage of the sales opportunity. You can also look to see any of the opportunity details and activity information. I want to reach out to Mary via email to just check in with her to see how things are progressing. And I can access that email directly from the opportunity. Returning back to Mary's contact record, I can also update the opportunity and change the information that I might have gathered in any ongoing discussions I have with her. So under the develop stage, if I've already identified that I have identified the key stakeholders or competitors, I can mark those particular items complete in that develop sales stage, and I could also move it to the next sales stage if I've completed some of those activities. Next, I'll return home to take a closer look at my salesperson's dashboard, which I have pinned to my home page. Within my dashboard, I have access to many different areas, such as activities, opportunities, and open leads. I have some time to make calls, so I'm going to reach out to a couple of new leads. Accessing the lead record for Eric Bassell, I can make the call directly from here and enter my call notes before moving on to the next call. And again, I have the call activity that pops open where I can go ahead and record all of my notes. Another feature that's available as I make that phone call is using voice-activated note-taking for the information that's gathered. So using the speaker on my phone, I can record the notes directly into this call activity and save the call. When it comes time for, now that I've completed the review of my leads, I also want to take a look at my activity list to see what other things that I could be completing in between my meetings. And as those tasks are completed, I can mark those tasks complete or open up the task, record the notes, and then mark it complete. When it comes time for the appointment with Doug, I can access the appointment directly from my scheduled activity list on my home page. This appointment is linked to the opportunity MP600 product expansion. I want to be able to review that opportunity with Doug while I'm in our meeting. Because I'm still in the qualify stage of this opportunity, I want to make sure I capture the information to move this opportunity along. Here I can see that I need to capture the time frame. And as that information is updated from my meeting with Doug, I can continue to update it here in the sales stage. While meeting with Doug, I need to create a new follow-up activity which I can set up from the opportunity record as well. I can set up a task, an appointment, or a phone call while I'm in the meeting with Doug. While it's still fresh in my mind, I want to, after my meeting with Doug is done, I want to do some additional follow-up activities. So I do need to email him a summary of the meeting directly, going into his contact record from the appointment. I can, again, directly access his email summary of our meeting today and capture all of the information related to that. Send out my email, which will then be recorded in my email history, and return back to Doug's contact record. Doug also provided the name of another key player I should be talking to, John Landers. So I'm going to access the LedgeView account record and add a new contact. As I scroll across this account, I can find that the two contacts I currently have in here are Doug and Lisa. And I want to add a new contact from the information that I captured from Doug and save that record. After the appointment is complete, I want to make sure that I'm recording my appointment notes. So going back to this particular appointment, I can now update any of the information within the description. I could also go back to my OneNotes and update my OneNotes with any information from this meeting as well. Once done, I can mark this appointment as complete. One last thing that Doug requested was a change to the proposal I had recently sent him. To do this, I can access my proposal from Word on my phone. These documents are stored in SharePoint using Office 365. Once this document is open, I can go into edit mode to make any of the changes that are necessary. And then once complete, I can send this attachment in either a Word or PDF format out to Doug via email so that he has the latest updates. That rounds out the presentation on Dynamics CRM for the mobile phone. I'm going to transition over to Salesforce One and repeat this scenario. When I first open Salesforce One, I'm taken to the Feed First area where I can see posts, new items, files, mentions, and a variety of other information that is created either automatically or by other people that are updating posts for records that they are following. This also shows me updates on opportunities, accounts, or contacts that I'm following. From the feed area, I can do a variety of things, like creating a new post. Again, this can be activated by my voice and saved. Other tasks that I can do using this area of Salesforce. Other areas that I can access directly are things like creating tasks or new contacts or logging a call. I can upload a file or a picture. I can also ask questions. And when I go back to my general area, I can show you that where I had asked a question earlier about does anyone know when the new pricing catalog will be available, I see that I also received a comment back from that updating me that I could expect it on November 16th. From the feed area, I can navigate to any other area of the system using the menu option in the top left corner. Selecting any of the options from here will bring up a list of data. We'll go to the list of tasks. From this list view, I can also change my view to any other views that are available to me. The new task button at the top allows me to create a new record as well. In this case, creating a new task. Also from the menu, I have access to the Smart Search feature, which searches across information and records by various record types. It shows me first the records I've most recently accessed. I'm going to do a search again for LedgeView. And it shows me any records that contain information about LedgeView, such as in this case, I have 2 different accounts. I have a number of files that have been tagged for LedgeView and people as well that are in the system. Going back to our navigation area, I'm going to go into Today. Today is another popular area that many salespeople will use to organize their day. This pulls information directly from Outlook on anything that I have on my Outlook calendar. It will also show me recently accessed records, current feed information, news on accounts that I'm following, and a link to my default dashboard, the salesperson's dashboard. We're going to drill into that to get more information. Because I have a number of activities, I want to look at getting more information about that. And I know that I have later on today that meeting with Doug to review our proposal. From the appointment, I can get to Doug's contact information directly. Once on his contact record, I can select the call button at the bottom to place and log a call to Doug directly and record any notes from that particular call. I also want to do a little prep work before my meeting and review the notes I've taken for this account. From Doug's record, I'm going to access the LedgeView account. Here, I've logged some notes from previous meetings under the feed area of the account, so all people that also follow this account will have access to the same information. The details area gives me more information about the account in general, and then going to the related information, I can also take a look at any cases that might have been created for this account. Again, doing my research ahead of my meeting to see if there's anything that I should be aware of. And here I see that there is that product damaged and shipment service case. So I will have that information at hand when I meet with him. Now that my meeting is confirmed, I want to see what else that I can be focusing on for the next few hours while I'm sitting at the coffee shop. And I'm going to go back and get myself back to my main menu. From here, I want to take a closer look at all of my opportunities. I know my opportunity called Interested in Moving Suppliers for candid suppliers needs special attention. Going into the opportunity, I can see what sales stage this opportunity is in, information from the previous sales stage, and anything that I need to capture within the particular stage I'm in before I can move it on to the next stage. Under related information, I can see that Mary is the decision maker under the contact roles for this particular opportunity. So I want to drill into Mary's information and send her that email to check in with her. From her contact record, I have direct access to her email where I can send her information and again follow up with Mary on recent opportunity. And again, send that email out to Mary and return back to the opportunity. From the details area, I can then return back to the opportunity, update the sales stage, capture any other, from a related perspective, I can look at activities, create any new activities that I might need to from a follow-up perspective. And under the details area, even mark this stage complete and move it on to the next stage. That shows me what are the next key components of that stage I need to be capturing. Having reviewed my key opportunities, I have some time to make a few phone calls, so I'm going to reach out to a couple of the leads by navigating to the lead list. Accessing the lead record for Eric Sassel, I can make the call directly from here and enter my call notes before moving on to my next call. Instead of typing my notes, I can also record the notes directly using my voice recognition. Once I've completed the information for Eric, I can move back and continue to work on the rest of my lead calls. Once I'm done with that, I want to go into my task list. I have a little bit more time so I can review some of the tasks that need to be completed. Once I've called Helen about this particular opportunity, number one, I can get the information about the task and what is it that I need to complete, enter any of my notes, and once done, I mark that task as completed. When it comes time to meet with Doug, I can access the appointment directly from my events or from my today area. I'm going to go into my events area to see that appointment. The appointment is linked to the opportunity MP 600 product expansion. Because I'm in the needs analysis stage of this opportunity, I want to make sure that I capture the information to move this opportunity forward. I see that the next part of the sales stage is to capture more information regarding the opportunity. As I'm capturing information during my meeting with Doug, I can be recording that information here or enter the information after my meeting. Once I've completed that, I can then mark the stage complete and move on to the next stage of the sales process. While meeting with Doug, I need to create a new follow-up activity, which I can set up from the opportunity record as well. Creating a new task or a new event, whichever I prefer, I can enter that information into here and have it saved against the opportunity as well as in Outlook. After the appointment, while it's still fresh in my mind, I want to send an email to Doug with a summary of our meeting. As I return back to the activity itself, I have access to Doug's contact information from the appointment. Once I'm in Doug's contact record, I can send him summary from our meeting today, capture any of the notes here, and send out the email. Doug also provided the name of another key player I should be talking to, John Landers. So from Doug's contact information, I'm going to access the LedgeView account record and add a new contact. Under related information, I see my contacts. From here, I can create a new contact and enter John's information to have it available immediately within the system. I want to add my meeting notes to the appointment under the description area. So going back to my appointment, going back a few records, getting into this appointment area, I can now update in the description area any of the information that was captured here. Or I could also create a new note related to this particular appointment if I prefer to capture it in the notes area instead. One last thing that Doug requested was a change to the most recent proposal. Going into the Files area directly from Salesforce 1, I'm taken into the Files area of Salesforce, but I also, with the integration with Office 365, have the ability to go directly into SharePoint and access any of the documents that I have residing in SharePoint. So I have my vendor statement of work. Once I'm in here, I can actually go into the Word editor, make any of the changes that were necessary for this particular document, and then email that file directly to Doug for ongoing follow-up. So I've now closed the loop directly with Doug after my appointment with him. So that concludes or rounds out the presentation on Salesforce 1 for the mobile phone. I want to return back to the PowerPoint to just highlight a couple of other key areas that that are a little bit unique with regard to Salesforce 1. The Salesforce App Exchange Here you'll find many add-on solutions available in the Salesforce App Exchange to enhance the user experience. This is just a very short sample of what's available, but users find many beneficial products here that help enhance the overall Salesforce One experience. I hope you've enjoyed the comparison presentation. Both of these products offer a rich user experience for the field salesperson. These products are also continuing to be enhanced with each new release to offer new things like offline capabilities and a more robust experience with Office 365. My presentation today was primarily focused on the current out-of-box features, and I certainly did not address everything that is available in both solutions. Feel free to explore these exciting solutions on your own. And thank you for your time today.